Hello people, how are we doing? So we got a good, 12 minutes until the abnormals appear. I wanted to make this a bit of a shorter video compared to the previous ones. It's not Halloween, but we do have two interesting things to talk about, and this. So, 5 abnormals, what are they? Well, you know what I do. I'll look through and quickly point out. Saw the skins with links in their pages on here during the Rust store, in the Rust store. So we're going to figure out what prices to do and which ones to focus. And remember, you probably don't always want to focus the ones everybody else are probably going to focus. You might want to focus the things that are not being focused as much. So, what might you do? In theory, I think I want to do minted gold large box, tempered sheet metal door, blackout SMG, then the Elite Crate MP5, then the poncho. Now, why would you do that? Why would you want to do the poncho last? Well, we'll look at the sales in a minute and then you'll understand. And if you've seen my recent video, the Tuesday workshop skin checks, you'd know that there's even more ponchos in the pipeline. More ponchos keep being put onto the workshop, and they keep getting added to TGG's collections. And we keep seeing more ponchos being accepted. I don't blame the skin creators for wanting to put out a poncho skin, because they seem to be exactly what Face Punch wants at the moment. They keep being accepted. But because of that, we haven't seen poncho skins really rise up in price that well, have we? And we can discuss that right now. Over to here. So, these are the current sales. In fact, you know what? I'll quickly refresh just to be 100% sure what we got right here. So, Zero, you bring up a great point. Who even uses the custom SMG? And that does affect the demand. That does affect what its value is. So, we know that SCM isn't the best at the moment in terms of being fully up to date, but I think we've got a decent idea of what's probably going to be doing alright and what's most likely going to suffer. So, Raven Poncho and the Raven Disco Mask. Yeah, this has got 36,000 sales. This has got 34,000 sales. And let me also point out to you, Cultist Disco is now suffering as well. Because of this appearing, that's suffering. And there are more Disco masks that were put through in the recent workshop submissions. Maybe we'll see another one. And if that happens, then I wouldn't be surprised if this suffers as well. But with the amount of sales that this has had, not looking pretty. Exactly like the Cultist Disco mask. It's, just a fair bit less than sales compared to that one. But still, an absurd amount for a helmet that just doesn't really get used that much. Maybe for roleplay, sure. But think about it. No. It's not going to get used that much. Demand, supply, they fight against each other. If there's far higher demand compared to supply, then the skin prices would be quite high. But if the demand is much lower than the supply, then the prices tend to be lower, much lower. So this is where we're potentially seeing an issue with the second thing, where there's far too much quantity in comparison to actual demand, is what I'm worried about. I think far too many people have jumped in and bought too much excess purchases. Excess purchases being that you might buy one for yourself, but you might buy an extra 50 of them purely with the intent to sell them. I think I could make a profit from this. Too many people think that way. And of course, now we're in a situation where we have an absurd amount that have sold. So that was very clear. That was totally straight to the point, wasn't it? So now I look at the Raven Poncho, which for some reason is abnormal and this one isn't. I don't know, but we'll just continue. We've had a lot of poncho skins these past, 5 to 6 weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 in 8 weeks? 8 weeks. So the appearance of this did come in a collection. Blackout Poncho is obviously part of Blackout, so that's nice. Do you remember what I predicted? I sat here and said I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up at around $1.50. And yes, it did. It went lower as well. It did go lower at one point. So, yeah, we've got far too many poncho skins in such a short amount of time, and they're all suffering. This is the exact same problem we saw with the likes of the Armoured Door skins. This is why, if you're a skin creator, you probably want to avoid... Well, actually, no, think about this. If the poncho skins are selling ridiculously still, then why wouldn't you want to make a poncho skin? Now, skin creators probably do want to do that. Investors, you probably want to avoid buying these. Well, anyway, let's just put that aside. You get the idea. With far too many skins coming out in such a short amount of time, these skins never really had the opportunity to breathe. When a new one keeps appearing, everybody dumps the old one and grabs the new one. Oh, look, new one. Don't old one, get new one. You get the idea. Yeah, it's not exactly like the AK. AK does get used a lot. Ponchos do get used, but not as much as you think. But then again, with all these cool looking skins, maybe there's more of an incentive to use them. Maybe it would drive up demand. Could do. And this does look very cool in game. So we will give that. It's just the problem is the amount of sales that we had is a problem. So looks cool, but is there actual demand? Yeah. So with the poncho, I'm only going to do like 40 to 50 cents. Yeah. I'm buying ponchos at this price. All the recent ones that we've had, I am buying them around that price. So yeah, that is the answer I'm going to give. Around 40 to 50 cents for this. Blackout SMG. Right, look at you. We did talk about the tiers, the usage, where might the custom SMG be in terms of pecking order, like, how likely does this get used? Not as much as the likes of a Thompson, a SAR, an AK, and with the recent burst fire attachment, maybe it's made some other weapons a whole lot more viable in comparison to the SMG, the Blackout custom SMG. So, with less people wanting to use it, obviously lower demand equals lower demand to use the skins, which of course also equals lower prices. And we can see that with all the recent SMG skins that have come out this year. We've had 6. Negative. Right, okay. So how cheap will they potentially go? Let's go by cheapest custom SMG price. So they do go all the way around down to $1. However, this custom SMG is part of the Blackout collection, and whilst the recent ones might be suffering, when times are good, these very likely will bounce back. That used to be down by 30%, now it's up by 11. Up to 11, down, okay. It's gone back up in price, that's what I'm saying. It looks like that new attachment's got a lot of people throwing it onto these. So if everybody wants to use a SAR, they're going to pick out something like the Blackout SAR, which is very simple, cool looking, and has a very helpful aim sight colouring. So yeah, I reckon the custom SMG, Blackout SMG, it's probably going to suffer in the short term 100%. I think I'm only going to go between $1 and $1.50. Maybe $2. Maybe $2. But I am worried about it still. But it is a part of a very beloved in-demand collection. It hasn't sold that much. It's not absurd. 17,000 is very relaxed. So that seems fine. So $1 to $1.50 is probably what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do up to $1.80. Okay, I'll probably do that. I'm just going to skip ahead and go straight to the Elite Crate MP5 because I'm keeping an eye on the time I have. So MP5s have dropped off, they don't get used as much anymore. Recall update kind of ruined the gun. People don't like to use it as much anymore, and of course people don't like to invest into skins as much anymore. Used to be one of the most in-demand weapons to use in game. It's not like that anymore. And of course with that happening, less demand to use the skins, lower skin prices. So $3, it ain't going to hold. Look at the JPEG MP5. It's gone all the way down to about $1.50. Chat, I think I'm only going to do between 90 cents and $1.20. 90 cents and $1.20. It's unfortunate. Yes, you might sit there and say, oh, but it's part of the collection. Yeah, look at it. So, okay, now we'll talk about the more expensive skins. The tempered sheet metal door and the minted gold large box. And what I want to quickly show you is the minted gold armoured door that came out earlier this year. Looked very fun, $4 skin, down to $2.20. And I anticipated that, I expected that. We had far too many armoured door skins this year, and because of that, I was anticipating this was going to suffer. Lo and behold, it did exactly that. I've bought many of these for $2, even though it sold for $4 in the Rust store. I expected this to happen. It's exactly what happened. That's the state of that. Now, when we look at this, you sit there and say, oh, but that's a sheet metal door. True, but we've had a lot of sheet metal door skins come out this year. And we recently just had a very cool looking one right there. We've had a lot of glow-in-the-dark ones. We've had a lot of interesting-looking ones. Even then, they're all in the negative at the moment, which is unfortunate. But most skins are in the negative at the moment. We're going through the bad times. True. But I just think this is going to go exactly like that minted gold armoured door. Yes, it's a $4 skin. Yes, it's only sold around 16,000. But I don't think it's going to hold its price. So I'm going to do $1. No, I'm going to do $1.20 and $2. I think, because there's one thing I have noticed in the past, tempered skins do kind of bounce back up during a post-Christmas. So it might go fairly cheap. You know what? I might go up to $2.50. Like, let's just take a look at the road sign pants. Let's just see, what were you like during post-Christmas time last year? Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah. So went from about $4 and shot up to around $10 on January 2nd, 2022. So that's what post-Christmas does. Look at that difference. Okay. It's just, will we see more tempered deployables anytime soon? I think we've got a good chance of seeing that. I think I'm going to do $1.20 and maybe $2.20. I think that's my answer. That's what I'm going to do. And then we've got the minted gold large box. It is one of the... we haven't seen many independent large box skins for this year. Yep, you've got reinforced large box. Yes, we've had holiday themed skins for Valentine's, Easter, Halloween. True. They're not doing super great, but this is very cool to look at. I think it could get around with the idea that a lot of people would like a big slab of gold in their base. It doesn't glow, but this is hard. I might do $2. I think it's the same situation as this. I don't think they'll hold their prices. I think over the course of the next couple of weeks they might suffer. But when post-Christmas happens, I reckon a lot of people might jump in. Purely because it's pure gold. Big slab of gold. I think that could become a bit of a joke. I might do $1.20 and $2.20 in that. So 40 to 50 cents, $1 to $1.50, maybe $1.80, $1.20 to $2.20 for this. 90 cents to $1.20, and for this, $1.20 to $2.20. Yeah, same thing. So I'm getting nice and ready. Yep. Cool. It's another week, gentlemen. Time for the abnormals of the week. Best of luck to everybody. Let's go. Someone just bid £15. I worry for you, friend. I worry for you. Oh, mate, what are you doing? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Someone just made a big mistake. £15, buddy. I don't know who you are, but you've made a big mistake. Oof. £15 equal to about $18. Oh, that's a yikes moment right there, buddy. Elite Crate still hasn't appeared. Raven Poncho. I've warned everybody about the price, and I'm noticing everybody avoided it. I might do like 42, yeah. 40 requests to buy. Well, that MP5 doesn't exist apparently. That's fine. And yeah, you might want to fix that. That's 18. Oh, who did that? I think the bots are broken. So what am I going to do for my second buy order? £1.85, which should end up being about $2.20 when times are good. Sorry. Yeah, I think I'll bump it up to about that price. Yes. Okay, what's $1.80 in my currency? It's got to be about what? Well, what's that? 164. I think I'm going to go down to 158. I don't think I want to do a second buy order in this. No, I don't want to. So then we're just waiting for the MP5. So yeah, that's they done it on the door. Yeah, they've don't know what's going on here. He's made a mistake. So I'm going to need to turn on my extension real quickly, just so I can see everything, so we can get a good idea of what the things look like in terms of. Oh, you got to look at who did it. Are you seeing who's buying all of them? Oh, Agadug. You poor unfortunate fella. Probably a bot. Is it a real person? That kind of looks like a bot. That looks like a bot account. Invest. Level up, invest, XP. Yeah, this looks like a bot account. Well, some people just made a ton of money selling to those bots. Yes. Well done, people. Well done. Maybe they're trying to inflate the value of the skin. For that amount of money, that's ridiculous. I'm happy that I got that recorded. We got that all on video. Well, cool. Right, let's get those extensions up. Let me turn on the things. Righty. Hello, hello. Cool. Right, turn on. Still no Elite Crate MP5. How very unfortunate. So, if you wanted to get a good idea of what prices they were offering in terms of dollars, almost $18 they were offering. And they're still offering. Gentlemen, someone... I might have to pick. Someone go on the server right now. Go to general chat. Tell all of us people if you happen to own a marketable minted gold large box or a tempered sheet metal door, you should sell them right now. You should sell them right now. Wait, do I? I might have bought some. I might have bought some for the giveaway. I'm more than happy to sell them right now. I can just... So every Thursday when we're waiting for the Rust store rotation, I will buy some skins from the Rust store and I will give them away when they're tradable. But what it looks like at the moment is... Oh, I just realised that exists. Okay, hello, how are you doing? 8:30. Yeah, I'm a bit late, but I don't think it's going to hold its price. Also, I am looking at the custom SMG. I realise I'm the highest bidder. I don't think people are going to maintain that price. As in, I don't think people are going to hold their buy orders. So I'm going to put down an extra buy order at around this price. Because I don't imagine the guy who's going to be the top buy order will hold on to it. I don't think they're going to have the, I don't know, the bravery to keep it up. Right, so... guess we can start considering whether these skins have enough support to keep their price up. And at the moment, I think he's doing a good job there. It's $18. Right, okay, so we can't really count that. We'll look at what's below it. I can't believe that happened, and I'm very happy that I got that on camera. Okay, so let's get a good look at everything. Let's get a good look at it at USD. I reckon we'll start with the Raven Poncho, because that's the one that we're probably worried about most. This is a 99-cent poncho skin, and the buy order build-up is only situated at around 50 cents mostly, as I said. I fully expected that. It's exactly what's happened. It's most likely going to drop all the way down to this price. If we start seeing more and more poncho and deer skull mask skins, yes, this is their fate. It's unfortunate, but it happens quite a lot with items that don't get skins in such a long time. Facepunch just feels the need to throw out more and more of them in such a short amount of time, and that's led to problems. It started earlier this year with armoured door skins, and now it's starting... It happened with poncho skins, and now it's starting with deer skull masks. Will we see more deer skull masks get thrown out in such a short amount of time? Let's find out, but... You know, everything that has happened in the beginning has already happened before. So, yeah. Raven Poncho, I worry for you. I don't think you're going to hold your price. Elite Crate MP5. So, yeah, bulk of the build-up seems to be around $1. Why is this? It happens with every single weapon. Well, with all weapons, with all red grade skins, they get turned into metal, don't they? Metal's always usually around worth around $1. So if you can buy an item, a weapon or a tool skin for just less than $1, you can turn it into metal, sell the metal, make a few pennies profit, feel very happy about it. So yeah, metal is more desirable than quite a lot of weapon skins. And what actually happens sometimes is so many of those weapon skins get deleted and turned into metal that we end up with a lot less of those skins in circulation. That happens with a lot of older skins, so I guess that's a talking point for the future. Blackout SMG has more demand. As you just saw, I actually pulled my buy order and put a lower one down. Now, the reason for that is I've had a lot of skins dumped on me recently, and I think that's going to be happening for the next 2 weeks. I believe that this will bounce back up, but I think in the next 2 weeks, I see it potentially. I see the top buy orders disappearing, and then it's going to end up at me again around here. I know. I've seen this happen for the past 2 weeks for the Halloween skins. Why? I've bought a lot of Halloween skins for fairly cheap. So with this, from what I see here, I'm anticipating it happening all over again. I think I've got a very decent buy order down. I'm happy with the price I put down, and I reckon this will bounce back up when post-Christmas happens towards the end of December through into around middle of January. Yeah, I reckon that will bounce back up to $3. I don't know, but better than the price it currently is with these buy orders now. Now we're at tempered sheet metal door, and those buy orders are still there. Gentlemen, if you happen to own any tempered sheet metal doors right now that are marketable, well, you know, I'm going to sell to them. So, we don't care about that. We'll look at everything else. Bulk of the buy orders seem to be situated at around maybe $1.50 to $2, as expected. It is a nice looking skin. It is a part of an iconic, fairly in-demand skin set. It probably won't bounce back until post-Christmas time. Will it comfortably rise back up in price? There's no guarantees. Looks nice, glows in the dark, is expensive. It has a lot of potential. I've seen expensive door skins crash and not do very well as time goes on. The bulk of the buy orders are around $1.50 to $2. Let's see if it keeps the price up. If it doesn't, what can you do? So we'll just have to wait and see from there. Now we've got the minted gold large box. I felt a bit better faith with this. Buy orders are going all the way up to around, so the bulk of it seems to be $1.50 to $2 again. Yep. So yeah, it's same situation as the tempered sheet metal door. Looking okay, yeah. So I don't think they're going to be maintaining their prices, basically. This is a $3.49 skin. The buy orders only really got to around $2. I mean, as I said, you could sell to those ones right quickly if you want. But these ridiculous buy orders aren't going to last. People are going to notice. They're going to sell to them. They're going to quickly get their money. And then you got your buy orders only going up to about $2 for a $3.49 skin. It's not going to maintain its price. It's going to suffer for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Will it bounce back? I hope so. Just giving you the potential things to look forward to. You've got to keep an eye on skins like this. Do they bounce back up when times are good? That's the moral. That's the lesson that we have to keep an eye out for. That's your homework. So remember this, and remember this. Remember how they were before. So over the course of the next week or two, see what prices they end up at. Then look at them again around January time. Then we'll see how good they are. So yeah, all good. So the buy order that I put down for this is $2.10. That's what I did there. I think it's going to go down to around that price. I will most likely be buying them for $2.10 each, but I'm satisfied with that. I can live with that. And yeah. XP level up invest. Yeah, buddy, I don't think you're investing very well. I think you've immediately cocked up straight away. So, what fun that was. Now, we could probably sit here and quickly point out what we reckon the regular skin prices will be tomorrow. What are the regular skins? Well, that is the Raven Deer Skull Mask, it is the Welded Metal Sleeping Bag, and the Recycler SAR. So, this is probably going to end up with 34,000 sales. This is probably going to end up with just shy of 9,000 sales, and this is probably just surpassed 8,000 sales. What I'm going to suggest is, I'm probably going to only do around 80 cents and maybe $1 for this. I don't have a lot of faith with the new SAR skins. I think we've had far too many in such a short amount of time, and all you got to do is just take a look at the recent SAR skins that have come out. How are they doing? Well, they are, down only down by 3%. That's doing alright at the moment, but yeah. How cheap can SAR skins get to? Let's see. The cheapest one is 93 cents. If we just take a look back there. 93 cents, but that's trying to tell me on a third-party site. Okay, so yeah, they do go down to around $1. So I think $1 buy order is totally fine. With the Welded Metal Sleeping Bag, well, I don't think it's flashy or super interesting enough to look at. If we do see more of the collection, of course, I do expect it to add value to it. But we've got to wait and see if... Well, actually, I didn't see any more welded metal skins this week. CoSim did other stuff. I think this is just a random independent skin. And with that, I don't think I have a lot of faith in it. But sleeping bags, the cheapest one is $1.17. So we could probably do like 90 cents for this. And yeah, that'll probably be alright. So yeah, just learning from what I see here, if they only go down to around $1.17, then should be safe enough to do a 90-cent buy order. Surely. Surely. And then we'll look at the Raven Deer Skull Mask. Well, we've already seen the cultist one go down in price by quite a lot. It's already down to 70 cents. If we get a good look at it on the Steam market, let's get a good look up at you. Yep, that is its fate. It ended up at around the prices of what the buy orders were at. And with the new Crow one, the Raven one to be precise, I think it's going to be a very similar situation. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up at around 50 cents. I would not be surprised if the new Raven Deer Skull Masks end up around 50 cents each as well. So, $1, 90 cents, and 50 cents. That's what I'd put down for those skins tomorrow. I don't even think I want to do a second buy order on them either. I think that's kind of pointless. Yeah, that's basically it. So, that was Abnormals. I hope you can learn from the things that I pointed out, and I do hope that you don't make the same mistake as this guy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's going on. Yeah. Weird things happen sometimes, but at least I recorded it.